All right. Good morning, everybody. There's Miss Trish or Miss Polly. We don't know yet. While they're getting on the line, I'm going to say this is the coaches meeting for the CCYP program. Today is May 27th and it's 10 a.m. And hi, everybody. Thank you for making the time today. And I can see some of you are enjoying yourself outside. Others are probably not quite as enjoyable, but thank you for coming in on the phone. And there's Miss Trish.
Yes, good morning.
Hi. Okay, so first off, updates. Anything you care to share about life in general? And today's a sunny day.
I'm just moving to a private room, so I won't catch up with you for a minute, okay?
Okay, all righty.
All right.
Yeah, it's a
Trish,
beautiful
what's doing with you?
Oh, well, it is a beautiful day. So I'm actually enjoying seeing Peggy's outside. I'm jealous.
Yeah. Well, if you saw where I was, it's kind of like in an industrial site in Provincetown where a friend of mine has an artist studio, but behind me are the trees in the sun. So, and I just looked over to the side behind let me see if I can show you this. Can you see that?
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah.
The little gas tank, but there's lady slippers up on the hillside. So when I go up, when we're done, I'm going to go up and take a photo. Those are my first lady slippers I've seen this year.
Yeah, I haven't seen them either. I haven't seen seagulls either. We were in Provincetown this weekend and there was not a seagull to be seen.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
They said it's too early for them.
Oh, okay. I've been seeing them a little bit on the Bayside in Brewster.
Okay.
Well, there's not as much trash as there was before, no beach people, no restaurant people.
That's what I was thinking because we ate our sandwiches unencumbered.
There you go. Right. Well, I survived having my siblings come visit, and that was very interesting.
Oh, wow.
Trying to navigate, having people in your house. And I moved next door, 2 doors down to my neighbors. I'm in a condo. So it worked out pretty well, actually, better than I anticipated. And they all left Monday. And I have Clean Green doing my spring cleaning at the house today, a full. So I'll be back to normal.
That was a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my husband and I had scheduled to have our wood floors refinished. So we are in the middle of that.
Oh no,
and,
that's
they're going to look gorgeous, but right now it's an apps. I won't even show you. You can just see a little bit in my office. We had to just put things in places just to clean out the rooms. You know what I'm doing the month of June, and it's called Catholic Clean every day. So I'm going to change the agenda around a little bit and start with an update and go through your questions and concerns, because all of you, at least the 3 of you on the phone, I believe, have all had at least one coaching session. And a quick update, and there's Miss Polly. A quick update is that the process we've put together, it has a little glitches, but all in all, from a perspective administration, seems to be flowing well. No, there's Lauren's decided to join us this morning. Hi,
Good morning. Coming off another Zoom meeting and stopping in on my way to the next one. So,
okay. So I was just giving an update. As I said, from an administrative standpoint, things seem to be flowing. A couple of glitches along the way, but nothing that, from this standpoint, is unable to be addressed. At this point, 13 people have signed up. And the 2 that I was curious about that had signed up but hadn't responded to the registration responded today. So I will get that out to you today. And I haven't had a look yet today. because of the Facebook post that went out yesterday. But at this point, 13 people have registered for a session. So I think that's pretty good right out the gate.
I think it is too. Yeah.
So Lauren, I'm going to turn it over to you so you can then make your decision how long you want to stay on before you prepare for your next Zoom meeting.
Yeah, just wanted to stop in and say hello and thank you for so far. I think, as Mike said, seemed to be going really smoothly, and I'm very pleased with the response that we've gotten. We're going to continue to push this out through our social media and typical platforms within CCYP. And then Maggie and I had discussed, if we see kind of a slowing of response, that we'll go to that plan B of doing a press release and partnering up with other organizations to share through their networks as well. But I'd say 13 in the first week is a really good response. I just came off a meeting with our public policy committee where we were discussing the results of our needs survey that we conducted. And I think I shared with you all last time that it's about stress and juggling all the different responsibilities and, really more mental health side of things seem to be emerging as the key issue. And so I feel like this program is really going to meet an unmet need for our community and for the young workforce community on the Cape. So I think the key will be getting the word out both within CCYP and then, depending on the response, to possibly expand that. Any concerns or successes?
That's where we were going to go next.
Yeah.
That's where we're going to go next if you
Great.
can hang on. What I would like to share is some of the, I would say a fair percentage have responded with their concern, what they wanted to discuss. So we had one who has been in the insurance business for 10 years and was laid off, and his is a cry of many what we'll call middle income people who are making enough money to live on the Cape. However, when they lose their job, finding another equivalent income and benefits position is extremely difficult. So he was looking at what can I do to, oh good, she just did it herself. He wants to know what he can do to retrain himself. Another is a woman who has a jewelry store who wants to become more proficient and less fearful about doing online sales. Another one's a manager at Kohl's and just wants something different. So it's a variety. And of course, there were those that said it's the balance. How do I balance everything that's going on? So it's going to be interesting to look at all of the comments. Lauren's going to provide me once a week with the survey results. So what I will do is put together with the survey results, what are the comments people have made as to why they want coaching, just to share with you that some of the things that are coming up. So I will put it back to the three of you. How did your first sessions go? Questions, comments, observations? Go for it, Sue.
All right. I thought it went great, to be honest. I really appreciated the situation that the client is in terms of children working from home, job responsibilities, kind of exactly what we talked about last time would be a typical or a possible situation. This was definitely that kind of situation. Very open, very interested in the concept of coaching. And I think she got a lot out of it. I was hoping to get some feedback from you about her feedback. Do we get that?
The surveys are anonymous. So unless you mention your name, we won't know. Okay,
well, you didn't get any complaints, I guess. All right, good. No, I liked working with her. And I'd like to work with her again, but they just keep moving on to different coaches from now on.
For now, if they want to work with you, and maybe Lauren, that's something we can talk about 3 or 4 weeks in, to do a post to tell people that if people liked who they
Yeah.
work with, there are ways to set up programs. But
Yeah.
so, Sue, how about the process? Any suggestions or edits you can make on the process to get you to your client?
No, it was, like everything on your computer, you just got to go through it, and then it makes sense, So it was fine. I had a question for you at first, and that worked well. And my other question was, do we get feedback on their feedback? And that's a no. So no, I'm good. I've got another one set up for next week. So.
Okay. Okay, Miss Peggy, how about you?
Well, my first one is actually this afternoon at 3, and then I have one on Friday. So I haven't done a session yet, but looking forward to both of them, and I'll report back next time.
I'm
Therapy is the worst thing on wood.
okay. So the process, okay, you're comfortable with?
Yes, very much so. I have one that's going to be phone, one going to be FaceTime. So
Oh, good.
he asked, could I do FaceTime? I said, yeah, sure.
Okay,
So that'll be fine.
all right.
I don't want to do Zoom because then it ties me down to where I need to be, whereas FaceTime I can do anywhere.
Okay. Miss Trish.
So my first one is this afternoon as well. So I haven't had one yet. I guess I
Okay.
do have one question though. The feedback forms when you reschedule. So the feedback forms are just going out based on the initial.
Yeah. So that was one of the things I wanted to update you on, is that the feedback form comes out automatically based on what they scheduled.
Yeah.
So unless they reschedule through Calendarly, cancel and reschedule, the only thing I have is what they originally scheduled with you.
Okay.
So the suggestion is, the easiest suggestion is that when you get because you get the survey at the same time,
Yeah.
please let them know that they need to fill out the survey afterwards.
Okay.
Okay. And because that all happens automatically. What I'm thinking of doing, and Lauren, we can talk about this later, is halfway through the program, just send out the survey to everybody who's taken a coaching session.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a great idea.
Okay. So that was the big thing I wanted to let you know. That was a change, that because it happens automatically, if they do not change their schedule through Calendly, then I will not know, and the survey will go out. Okay, one of the things that is still outstanding that we would like from each of you is your bio and pics, because one of the things we're going to do is do some sort of marketing program, Meet the Coach, as a way to promote the program. So now I'm going to become Naggy Maggie and ask you to send me your bios and your pics.
Maggie,
Yes.
I sent a bio and pic to my client. Can you use that? I copied you on it.
Whatever you want to share is fine.
And the
I
way
just
those will
wanted, they
be,
should be sure that you can just, I don't need to send it again to you because it was already in there with the client, okay?
No, please, yeah, but would you please send it separate with a title, bio and pic, that way when I do a
Sure.
sort.
Yeah, no problem.
My online filing system is as bad as my paper filing system.
I'll
So
do that
every
when I
little
get
bit
home.
helps.
Okay.
And Maggie, I think I sent you it also. So if you don't have it for some reason, feel free to reach out. But
Okay.
Maggie, if you want to upload those into the shared folder, that might be the easiest way to.
Okay.
And then what we'll do is, at a very minimum, we're going to put them on the website where we have the landing page for the program. But then what I'd also like to do is pull them out and actually do little spotlights on each of you to help promote the program and put a face to each of you that are involved. And I think that'll help because people love to see faces, especially right now. I think it's going to be really important to show them who all of you are and share a little bit about you.
Okay. We're still in the process of finalizing the agreements for you to sign. So as soon as we have those, we'll forward them to you for your signature. Anything you want to add to that, Lauren?
I will get those done in the next couple of days. That's a time-sensitive thing. I think we were mostly there, Maggie. I think a final couple tweaks. So
Yep.
I agree. Okay. On processes, Calendarly seems to be functioning well. So thank you for the suggestion, Lauren. While I did pay for it for a year, I haven't really seen what the difference is between the
no.
That's okay. I can cancel and get a site rebate. So I'm still musing over that, what the extended benefit is for paying for it. But it seems to work. Do you all have access to the calendar and can see the calendar? That's to the three of you.
I have access, and somehow it's worked out quite well that it actually sends it over to my Google Calendar. So yeah, that's the way it's working. I'll have to go look at the Calendly calendar again, but it seems to be working.
If it's
okay.
working for you, that's what counts.
All right, no, it's working just fine. Thank you.
Peggy?
I will admit I haven't looked at it, so I will go in and play around with it.
Okay. The only thing I've done differently, again, I don't know what you see. What I get on my Outlook is a separate calendar, and that calendar shows me all of the scheduled appointments. And what I've done is, and I'll send you a listing of who got what color. Each of you gets a different color, so that you can see which ones are yours. It appears at this point we have begun the second round. Every one of you has been assigned at least one client. We are now into round 2. And with the 13th person signing up, we'll begin into the round 3. So as we're starting this, it appears about 1 a week that you're getting. So that's just what 1 week's worth of statistics. And remember, statistics change. So that's just to keep you updated on that. So again, access to the calendar. It is set up to be seen on Google as well as, that is one thing I got. I was able to do it so you could see it on a Google Calendar as well as an Outlook calendar. Going forward on the cancellation reschedule process, however is comfortable for you to do it is fine. I would ask though, if you sent, I don't know if I can reschedule people at my end once a person's scheduled, but if you do, I can then go into Calendarly and change it, and that way the automatic survey will come out at a more appropriate time. So if you know, so in 9,945 words, if you are rescheduling, at least send me a follow-up that says we've rescheduled, and I'll see about making the changes in the calendar. Because where I'm at right now is endeavoring to put together a statistical analysis. I want to do it from the beginning versus, oh, well, maybe we should have done this. So I'm putting down the people in the order that they're signing up, the date I send out the registration, the date they respond to the registration, and then when I sent out the survey. Because the thing I can't get back is, or when the survey went out, what I can't get back is, did they respond to the survey? So, so we can begin to see, just as I said, there was over a week's lag time in 2 people signing up, and they just signed up today. So could have been just the holiday season. So that's the cancellation and reschedule process. As long as you're comfortable with it, I'll adjust. I'll just share with you some of the challenges from a process standpoint. Do you have any feedback from your board of directors from the sessions that they took?
Not so far. We haven't had a meeting in the last week, but I would expect on Friday we have an executive committee call, so I might hear something there, and I'll be sure to share. I think the main thing that came up in the public policy committee meeting today was related to that need for mental health support and kind of general support on balance and stress and juggling everything, is making sure that we're being clear about the differences. And I know you shared a great resource with me, Maggie, and we're planning to take that and put together something promotion-wise that addresses what is the difference between counseling and coaching, executive coaching versus this kind of coaching, and just kind of breaking that down for people so that they know what they're looking at. Because I think we don't want people to assume that this is executive coaching and that it doesn't apply to them. And so I think, getting that sort of awareness building aspect out is going to be important in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, I shared with my client the three circles that intersect: the coaching, consulting, and therapy. And I did that to begin our session. If you have that slide, I think I use it mostly when I begin sessions. If
That's
not,
great.
I'll send it over to you.
Yeah, if there's a simple graphic, that would be
Send it
very
over, send it over, please.
Yeah, it's a Gestalt thing, right, Peggy? Remember we got that in the beginning. So, okay, I'll do it when I get back today.
great. Thank you.
Yep.
So other than that, the only thing I would add here is that I don't know about your experience with longer term programs, that 3 or 4 weeks. I mean, this is really the first week. So it takes 3 or 4 weeks for, wait, this is going to be around, I can take advantage of it. So that's why 3 weeks in, when Lauren and I talk again, as to what we might need to do to up the marketing or get more coaches, whichever the option is. I think this first 3 weeks may be on the slow side. I mean, we're over Memorial Day weekend. The phasing, phase 2 and 3 are in play. Governor Baker is going to talk about the healthcare industry, specifically nursing home facilities and assisted living today. The task force has put out its notes, the Cape Cod task force, on what is going on. So people are going to start digesting that, and hopefully they'll take advantage of this program through CCYP. Lauren, is there anything you can add to that or want to add?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm hopeful that we'll continue to see a good response. I think there's a need that's pretty clear from the initial week, and hopefully it'll just sustain and not get too overwhelming for everybody. And we'll continue to keep in touch. And I'm here with any feedback that you have. Just feel free to share it at any time.
So that being the case, the agenda that I sent out earlier seems to have been addressed. Are there any questions, anything you want to add to this discussion today? Going once, going twice? Okay, I want to, again, for those that are on the call, to Polly, who's going to be surprised when she gets on the call and nobody's there, and to Deb, who you will meet next time. Thank you. Thank you very much for the efforts you're putting into this. It really is something I feel that we're helping the Cape Cod community. So thank you for the time and effort. Just looking at where you all are, that you're making this phone call with everything that you're doing in life is much appreciated. Our next meeting is scheduled for June 10th at 10 o'clock.
No.
But as always, don't hesitate to call. Don't hesitate to email. And now that the weather is better, if we want to meet for coffee at a picnic table, I'll meet you for coffee at a picnic table.
Mm,
So
I like that.
that's all I've got.
Just
Great.
to echo, yes, thank you. I can't say that enough. I think there is such a sense of just overwhelm and true, I think, need that's out there. Every time I have a committee call or a board call or talk to anyone in our community, I'm hearing this. People don't know where to turn or what to do. So I think just having this as an additional resource and having you all be willing to lend your time and your expertise is greatly appreciated. It's needed. So thank you.
okay.
That said, Trish, enjoy the day. Sue, safe travels. Peggy, hold on for a minute, and Lauren, hold on for a minute.
Okay.